Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's going to run. He's in! Touchdown! Jalen Hurts! The Eagles are just devouring the Giants. And it is A.J. Brown again! Another touchdown!
Hey, welcome back to the Linc Lineup. We are recording on a beautiful Monday, January 8th, 2024. Do we want to be fake happy, or do we want to just actually be how we really are? Because
we don't put out fake shit on this show, though.
All right. Well,
ain't faking shit.
Yeah. Well, we're not happy. If you are tuning into this podcast, I'm assuming you watched the Eagles in some capacity. You saw that the Eagles lost. Couldn't tell you the final score. I did finish it. I just kind of blocked that one out. But Eagles lost to the Giants. You can say, hey, the backups played, but let's be honest for a second. The starting offense couldn't get anything going. Starting defense couldn't stop anything. Luckily for us, we still have Jake Elliott. That's about the only good thing that came out from that. Yeah, where do we start? Bryce, give me something because
fucking team sucks.
All right, well, we heard it here first.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just going to segue into a conversation that happened today. Do you think Chad Johnson's smoking crack, or do you think he has some type of
inside scoop or something?
Yeah.
No, I think he's just. I don't think he's smoking crack, but I feel like he's just. I don't know why he would like play an advocate, like almost like the advocate role, and try to make things seem better than it is. Because I don't think he has any ties to the Eagles, but it's weird for him to say that out of nowhere.
Josh, you know what we're talking about?
No.
Oh, all right. So Chad Johnson basically said we're playing possum and we're going to start whooping my ass in the playoffs.
Yeah, he basically said I think he actually. I don't know if he actually said it, but I read like the caption of one of the videos. It said Chad Johnson says the Eagles are playing possum and going to start beating the shit out of a lot of teams in the playoffs. I said, yeah. I don't know what fucking Eagles team he's been watching, but he hasn't been watching the same one that I've watched for the past 6 weeks.
What if I said that I can see where he's coming from, but I don't believe the possum thing.
All right.
I don't believe the possum thing. I do think so. Okay, let's talk about it. So obviously, to get an NFL job, you had to have an NFL brain. You would hope, at least. So, like, I don't think the Eagles have been like hiding their plays or like saving plays per se, but I feel like maybe they are being a little more vanilla than normal because
for 6 weeks. I mean, for a full year, almost.
No, because it's just crazy to me that this team was fine, and then they.
But
suck.
what do they gain out of it though?
You couldn't tell me, but we also know that we know how Nick is. He's.
By the way, have you seen the pictures of him at the press conference going around?
He looks
like
tired.
the motherfucker ain't slept in days.
He looks tired.
He's on a bender. Looks like he's on a massive bender.
I mean, I would too, because let's think about it. Yesterday was the worst case scenario in the world. Jalen dislocates his finger. AJ looked like he tore the ACL, but thank God he didn't. Sidney Brown did tear his ACL. Just bad. Cam Durkins is going to play with an eye patch next week. Reed Blankenship got hurt by James Bradbury after James Bradbury made a great play. With all the good that James Bradbury has, so much more bad comes with it. So
we've gotten to a point in this show that there ain't a whole lot to talk about with this team right now.
There's not, but yeah, the Jalen Hurts thing was funny though to me. It was just like you saw it, and he's like walking with like this, and then he was like,
I like how he got to the sideline. That's my favorite thing. There's got to be a meme come out of that.
He's like, "Hey, my finger." But I was reading one of like the Twitter doctors that commented on it. Apparently, it's not like a dislocation. It literally just kind of like popped, like out of place.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna have to play with a splint on his finger. as long as there wasn't torn like ligament damage, or if it wasn't actually fractured, which it wasn't fractured, and I don't think there was any like ligament damage. So yeah, he'll have to play with a splint. And obviously we saw that he could throw the ball, and they're going to say, well, Jalen's day to day. We'll see what happens. Trying to be all, secretive when we know Jalen's going to play. But yeah, apparently it's just like it's like a really like not rare injury, but like it's kind of
uncommon.
Yeah, it's very uncommon. That because like it looked like he just like I don't know if his finger got caught. It had to got caught right there. It just like bloop. This bone was like, nope, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Now he's like all crooked. But man, it was nice to see AJ welcoming the team back to the locker room. For all the people that say he's a cancer, I do think he's
I'm looking at our group chat, fantasy football group chat, when we have this conversation.
Yeah, well, that me and Bryce have defended AJ all year long. They said he's a cancer. They say he's a crybaby. He's a leader, and I think he is now kind of embracing his role as like a leader. Because like whenever they're doing like the film of them getting on the bus, he was all like, "Ha, trying to be all funny and stuff, all calm, cool, and collected." This dog, not calm, cool, collected. He was, what was he? He was like, be funny, I guess, but not a negative. He's a little class clown. But the thing, he's embracing his role, and I feel like it's a new role to him, because I feel like before, probably last week, he didn't think he had to be like that vocal leader. But he now knows what his role, and he is going to probably be that guy for years to come, unless he wants to request a trade, which would break my heart. But yeah. I guess the next question really is, so like looking forward, obviously, because like regular season's over, everybody's 0-0. Darius, like shout out to you, because you're tweeting that clown shit right now. Well, nobody wants to hear it, but I mean, it is what it is. But it is true. Everybody's 0-0. Bryce, what do you think it's going to take for Nick Sirianni to get fired? Do you think he's going to get fired, or do you think that regardless what happens, he's going to stay?
All right, I'll just give my honest opinion. I think he deserves to be on the hot seat, because, well, for one, a lot of it to me that I'm seeing just on social media and from the fan base is that like he took us to the Super Bowl last year, blah blah blah. Like he's made it to the playoffs every year as an Eagles head coach. I don't think a lot of that is necessarily on him, though. I mean, last year you could say Shane Steichen took control of the offense, maximized it. I wouldn't say maximized it, because there were still kind of a little bit of flaws from last year, but it's a lot better than it was. It's a lot better than it is this year. Jonathan Gannon, as much as we had to say it because he's a fucking snake bitch, but the defense played really well last year underneath him.
I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that. He played like, our defense always played like ass against good quarterbacks. They always play like ass. We benefited from having such a weak quarterback schedule last year that
you had the sack numbers for one.
Yeah, but if you're playing Justin Fields, who averages like 3 seconds a throw, you're going to get a sack.
Well, Justin Fields kind of fucked us up last year.
Yeah, that was also the game that Jalen went down. Remember that game? He showed that grit. What a guy. All right, anyway.
But we can agree that the defense last year was a lot better than this year.
I think it had more talent, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not giving Jonathan Gannon credit, though. I think he had more talent last year.
I don't know. I'm not saying I'm giving him credit, but I think they played a lot better underneath him than they have Patricia or Desai this year.
They definitely played better last year, but I think a lot of that, like Chase said, is because if you look at the quarterbacks we played against, because I was going to say a big factor was Slay and Bradbury playing great last year, but it's because they were going against quarterbacks like Justin Fields and like other
fair point.
Subpar passers. That made life a lot easier for the rest of the defense.
Yeah, if you think about our playoff run, it was Daniel Jones and one-arm Brock Purdy or Christian McCaffrey. We played Daniel Jones 3 times. We played Taylor Heineke, who beat us. We played Matt Ryan, who's washed. We played. Who else did we play last year? Kirk Cousins in prime time.
If you look at the full list, it's kind of crazy, like how lucky we got against,
Yeah.
like in terms of who we played against,
Yeah.
quarterback wise.
That's
But
definitely
I understand
fair.
your point. I understand your point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely. Yeah, we still played better last year than this year.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just think to me, you don't have this much like a catastrophic, just downhill slide with this talented of a roster unless something's going on internally. And I think that you have to, I mean, like AJ said in his interview, or in his press conference that he had, Nick gets a lot of the blame because I mean, that's the position that he's in as a head coach. But I mean, I feel like that's some of that criticism should be towards him. Like, it's not just he's the one that's taking the fall for it. I mean, he's made bad decisions this year, and a lot of it, for one, either he's taking control. I mean, he still has control of the offense, and he's the one that he sits in with every coordinator interview. Like, he has a say in who they hire. I mean, he's gonna have to have some kind of fault for this. Like, this is definitely one of the worst, if not the worst, like downfall of a team that I've seen in the middle of a season. And somebody's got to take blame for it. I think both coordinators should be gone. And if they come out and put an absolute stinker and let the Bucs fucking kill them, I think he needs to. Jeffrey needs to make a big decision.
Yeah. So if you had to say it right now, who's gone? Between like the big three, who's gone?
Both coordinators are like should be 100%.
All right. Actually, false. Let's try. Let's start over. We lose to a close game against Tampa on Monday. Who's gone?
It's still
Same
to me,
answer?
it still should be the same answer because there's no reason you have this talented of a roster and you can't beat that Bucs team.
Yep. Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, I think regardless, unless we win the Super Bowl, both coordinators should be gone.
Yep. So my biggest thing is, remember that Seattle game where the defense kind of showed up and we're like, man, Matt Patricia knows what he's talking about. And then we kind of started playing more and more, and you started seeing players not playing their natural positions, My biggest fear is that Matt Patricia will get a second chance to like build a defense around his scheme. And that makes
And
me
it really
nervous.
goes to shit.
Yeah, that makes me nervous because like right now we're dropping Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick in coverage. We have Nolan Smith trying to guard Saquon on a wheel route. Doesn't look good. Defense looks awful, and I think part of it's not talent. I think it's partly because Matt Patricia's been trying to insert his own scheme way too late in the season. And so there's going to be plenty of confusion because the rules that were in Sean Desai's defense are not the same as Matt Patricia's. And I think the quickest fix, and it's not even a fix, is just pull Sean Desai out of that broom closet and just let him go back. It's like, hey, look, we suck. You see it. Come back. It won't happen. It won't ever happen. That's not the way life works. But implement his plays and his rules and his scheme and just roll with it. And then Patricia, if they want to give him a chance, let him have an off season to do it because Sean Desai is not coming back. That's a given. He's not coming back. So I think if defense can just get back to basics, and just play like better than like below average, just play like a little under average, you'll give us a chance every time. Now Brian Johnson, on the other hand, I was thinking back to our first podcast after the Patriots game, or like our first regular season podcast review show. And I was thinking about it, and it seemed like every week it was the same conversation. Brian Johnson doesn't know what he's doing. And we are 4-5 months into this thing. and we still don't know who calls like the majority of the plays, which we know he does, but like how much influence he has and like how much freedom he has on his own. So like I don't know. I don't think he should be back. Part of me doesn't think he should be back. And like I know there's like analytics out there that, and of course, like the one we mentioned a couple weeks ago that Josh sent, that like back like Brian Johnson as far as like being a play caller. But like it just seems like the eye test, it just seems like the offense doesn't have a rhythm. They don't have like an identity. And then the biggest thing that has come to like to be is like we can't play offense whenever the defense is a blitz. We don't know what to do. And it should be something simple, like send AJ on a slant, then Dallas Goddard on a slant. Why is everything verticals on a blitz? And then here's the thing. We gotta start slotting the offense, like the pass protection, to like the opposite side we're doing now, because every time it seems like Jalen's rolling out to his left. And he's not going to throw it. And he's not fast enough this year to outrun anybody. So I don't know. But I think I agree with you guys. I don't think Nick's gone. I think the only way Nick's gone is if we get blown the fuck out Monday night, which would be sad because this was the last thing I wanted. I did not want a Monday night game. That's what I didn't want, but we got it. I told Caitlin last night, I was like, I'm on the bed. I don't know what, it hasn't been announced yet. I was like, just please God, don't be Monday. Sure enough, it's Monday. But like, I think the only way Nick's gone is if we get blown out, or after the season, Jalen, AJ, Devontae, the leaders are like, they go up to Howie, go up to Jeff Lurie, and they're like, hey, this is not going to work out. So I don't know. There's also like ultimatums you could make where like you could talk to Nick, like being like Lurie and Roseman. It's saying like, hey, like this is going to be your D coordinator. He's going to have this amount of freedom.
That's how it's got to be.
This is what's going to have to happen for you to stay.
They have to sign some coordinators that have absolutely no ties to Nick, none. And let them have control of the play calling, if that's the only way he's going to be around. I saw that. I know this sounds fucking weird and kind of dumb at this point, but I saw that Wink Martindale stepped out as the Giants DC. If I'm fucking Howie, I am giving that motherfucker a ring because clearly we don't know how to stop a blitz. Wink has been a very good defensive coordinator for a long, long time. Even with that Giants team, where he didn't have a whole lot of talent, he took them. They were in the playoffs last year. When he was part of the Ravens, that Ravens defense was always good when he was there. If it's me, I'm giving Wink a call and seeing what the fuck he can do with this roster, this defense, and I don't know. Like you were saying, there's got to be absolutely no ties to Nick, and they have to have control of the team when it comes to play calling, at least.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be the ultimatum. It's like, hey, you got to. I do think Nick's a good leader. I do think he's a good leader, and I don't think you can just like this year because like I know it's easy to react because I mean look at us, the season's over for us, right? Or like we're ready for the motherfucker to end, but like. Nick's been a great leader, and you know it's just I don't know something else is happening, and I think the players just don't believe in like the coordinators. That's what I want to believe. That's what I think's happening, but because like the way AJ wouldn't have stood up for Nick the way he did if he didn't like trust him and like believe in him as a leader.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But anything else about this game? About the Eagles that we want to talk about before we take a nice little break in our action, and then move on to my favorite part, which is Chase's positivity. Caught the corner. Anything else? Anything negative before we turn the page here?
Not negative, just like a comment on the whole Matt Patricia thing and like him kind of getting, I would say, a little too cute, like dropping edges into coverage and like putting Nicholas Morrow off the edge last week or the week before. I'm hoping that this experimentation and like him, trying to outsmart himself is just trying to see what guys can do before we get into the playoffs, and that once we get into the playoffs, he'll kind of calm down and like be a little more conventional and stop trying to like big brain it.
That's the hope.
That's the hope. I really hope so. Because if this is just like what he does, then I don't like. Because if that's what he was doing, and he's going to be more conventional, then I'm kind of okay with him running it back next year. If he's going to be, if he has a full off season to build his defense. But if this is just like what he does, then I want no part of him. But
this is what he does. He's a damn sabotager, dude. He is not caring at all. And he is the inside guy that is rooting for us. He's the guy that didn't have us on his parlay slip. So, but yeah, so we're gonna take a quick break. Here, a word from Bet Online, and we'll be back after this.
Bring the Vegas gaming experience to the palm of your hand. Bet your favorite team, try your luck in the casino, or our poker room. The earliest sports lines and the biggest limits online. Lots of deposit options. Bet on live events as they happen. The next play, the next score. Get winnings fast or roll them into a parlay and win even more. Visit Bet Online today and see what millions of customers have experienced for over 20 years.
Welcome back to the Linc Lineup. So you just heard from Bet Online. So if you do believe in the Eagles to win it all, I believe on Bet Online they are plus 1,600. So if you want to throw down some money, you believe, there's your opportunity. We'll be leaving a link down below to get started. I think right now they're matching up to 50%, maybe 100%. I can't remember. But they'll match. And they have plenty of ways to deposit your money, whether it's crypto or just US dollars. Check them out today. And on top of that, we have some more news. This one is the thing I've been excited to announce. We are now working with TickPick, who is my favorite ticketing app, because every time I've been to an Eagles game, I have used them. And with this past trip with you guys, that's who I used. I used TickPick. We got our tickets for like $540, and everybody around us was like $100. Now, it won't happen every time, but the majority of my tickets that I've got like really good seats have been with TickPick. So yeah, I'm happy to work with them. We'll be leaving a link down below as well. Check them out and let them know we sent you. So yeah, back to the Eagles, I guess.
Sore subject.
I guess we're going positive. So I guess the only thing that I can really say, because like I'll dive more. We'll dive deeper into this later on this week when we talk about the playoff game. But the biggest thing is, like, I've been out, right? And I tweeted last night on our Twitter account that, like, it just seems like this team has no heart. And I miss the days where we had a Brian Dawkins, or, who played with so much fire and passion. And then you had Malcolm Jenkins, who also played with fire and passion. Like, he was a good leader. And then
Malcolm Jenkins wouldn't let this shit fly.
No, he wouldn't.
At all.
And then like CJ GJ, like he the feisty guy. And like, remember when he played for the Saints and he kicked the Falcons logo, stuff like that? Like, I wish we'd have somebody on our team that do that. And I think the only guy that was on that team that would do that just tore his ACL. And he's going to be that guy for years to come. That's my prediction. That's what's going to happen. Stamp it. But the only thing that I can think of that like really kind of is giving me like hope is that your your best cornerback's coming back, which would help out quite a bit. I mean, him coming back is huge, and I think I'm still okay with Keeley being that second guy. Obviously, we know that James Bradbury will be on the field at some way, shape, or form. But I think Keeley has earned his spot to be number 2 guy. James Bradbury, I don't care what they do with you. If they throw you a linebacker, I'd be happy. Be honest with you, but the only thing that kind of keeps me like hoping is the fact that 2017 year, and I know I'm bringing it back up, and I know it's different like situations and stuff, but the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because Bryce and I saw this firsthand. We struggled to get to the playoffs. We looked like shit against the Raiders. I know we played our backups against Dallas. Can't remember who else we played. We looked like shit against them. And then that first half of that Falcons game, we looked like shit. And then something clicked, right? And I would say this team has a lot more talent than the team that won it all on both sides. I'd say the defense has like a slight edge on it, but we can all agree to disagree there. But all it takes is like one good thing to happen, and then you flip the switch and the lights are on, and like they're bright, and like the power that you love is working. It's like it's flowing, and so that's my hope. We play the Bucs, so like I'm not discrediting them at all. I don't think they're a great team, but and I said since the Dallas game that we got to get time right here, Seahawks, Giants, Cardinals, which we didn't do at all. But like all it takes is one good play, and then you start seeing a pattern, momentum starts swinging, and then you keep the momentum. That's the only thing that's kind of keeping my hopes up, because we had no business winning that year. We had no business winning it all that year, but we did.
Well, I think the biggest thing that keys into that, we played 2 home playoff games. We're going to be on the road all playoffs this year.
Yeah, but I think the path could honestly not be as bad as one would think. And I'd say that I'm going to spoil my picks. I think that either the Packers or the Rams upset their opponent. So one of them would go to San Francisco. And if the Packers somehow upset
Dallas.
Dallas, sorry. Drew blank there.
Boy, what week that'd be on fucking Twitter.
So like if all the divisional, like there's a good possibility. I don't actually want to say good possibility, but there's a chance that Dallas loses to Green Bay. The Rams beat Detroit. We beat the Bucs. We have a home playoff game. That'd be something. That'd be crazy. And it's not like it doesn't seem like it's like the years past where like that 7th seed is like dog shit. The Packers are playing good football right now.
Jordan Love has played like a fucking stud these past couple weeks.
Yeah, and like the Cowboys haven't been playing like wonderful football at home like they were at the beginning of the year. So like that happens. If somehow the Eagles get a home playoff game, it'd be crazy. Of course, then you'd have to travel to San Francisco if they won. But what if I told you that the Rams would play them at some point? Maybe, I don't know, and the Rams could beat them. I don't know. I'll show my bracket next episode, but we might not have to touch San Francisco at all. And I think we can beat everybody there. San Francisco would be the team that I'd be like, oh, boy, here we go. Because, like I said, we saw that ass whooping firsthand. I don't want to see it again. But I think we can beat Dallas. I think we can beat, I don't know about everybody else, to be honest with you. There's always hope, and I'm holding on to hope. That's what I got, and that's what I'm going to stick with. But, I mean, the path might not be that bad. Who knows? I think, does anybody else think that Dallas could lose to Green Bay?
I definitely think they could lose to Green Bay, yeah.
What's more likely to happen? The Rams beating the Detroit or Packers beating the Cowboys?
Probably the Rams beating Detroit. But
yeah, Rams beating Detroit.
Now, if the script was flipped and Dallas had to go to Green Bay, that'd be a different story. I think that team, Dallas, fucking sucks on the road, dude. And I don't know what it is. They are not a good football team on the road.
I do want to say this. Let me pull up the bracket real quick because this year's playoffs seem like they're setting up to be like one of the better playoffs that we've had in the previous years.
All teams are kind of even, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of matched.
I mean, let's look at wild card weekend across the board. Houston plays Cleveland at Houston. That's
I'd be interested to see that game.
and if Deshaun Watson was playing, who buddy, that would be story time. Then we got Miami.
I think it's a better story with Joe Flacco playing.
Yeah, but
Let's see how elite Joe
Deshaun
is.
going back to Houston.
And what, going in there and fucking stinking it up?
Tyreek going back to Kansas City. Dolphins versus Chiefs.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's good. That's a good game. I think Miami could upset them. And then somehow, some way, the Bills got the 2 seed. And they're playing the Steelers. That one's the only one I'm like, ugh. But the Bills are the Bills, and they can blow up at any time. And then, like we said before, the 3 matchups we were talking about: us versus the Bucs, Detroit versus the Rams, and Cowboys versus the Packers. Like this is even. I think it's top heavy for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think the chalk pick is definitely gonna be the Ravens versus San Francisco. But I think one of them doesn't make it. And I think the 49ers could lose to the Rams if they played them. I would not want to play the Rams if I was them. Rams are hot.
They didn't look so hot against this past week.
Carson Wentz as a starting quarterback.
I mean,
You think Carson Wentz on the same tier as Matthew Stafford? At one point, yes, there was. But
I don't know.
I think
how cooked is Matthew Stafford's elbow?
well, they weren't playing their starters either. The Rams weren't playing the starters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they took Puka out once he got the record. Because Sean McVay was like, "Cool, hey, come on, get out, we're done." Because Kyle
Niners weren't playing their starters either.
Yeah, it was just a preseason game.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to play them. I feel bad for Detroit. They got a terrible matchup. That's and
how do you feel about Detroit? Personally,
I think they're frauds.
You think so?
If you're going to call us frauds, they are going to be frauds as well. In fact, I think everybody in the NFC is frauds. I think the AFC is going to win it this year. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the AFC is so much better than the NFC. I think the Browns are probably better than 6 teams in the NFC.
Who?
Right.
Who are the 6 teams?
Tampa.
Yeah,
Everybody besides Tampa, Philly, Detroit, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Green Bay. Defense is nice.
You think they're better than us?
Dude, I couldn't name you one team that we're better than right now.
There we go. I've been waiting for that all year.
Yeah,
I can say that.
Right now, I couldn't tell you anything. I'm holding on to hope.
We played the Browns. Myles Garrett would have 17 sacks in the first half.
If you played the Panthers right now, you know what happened? Bryce Young would have a career game. Career is rejuvenated. He is now
the perennial number. Yeah.
Panthers will take him first overall again because of how well he'll do. They'll trade up for the first pick and just take Bryce Young.
Jobs would have got saved over there at Carolina if we played them. But play them next year.
I know we got a preview show of the game, but I just want to kind of touch on it right now. How do y'all feel about the matchup?
I'm sure my opinion right now.
I think we got the best odds that could have happened.
Yeah, I think this is the matchup. This is the matchup we wanted. If we could have any.
I don't know. I'd like to play Green Bay, but
I wouldn't.
You think?
I wouldn't.
I don't know. Jordan Love would probably fuck us up, dude.
And they got Christian Watson in the back, so.
Yeah.
But we got Mike Evans, and last time we saw Mike Evans, he made that one-handed catch. Remember that?
Crazy one-handed catch.
Yeah, God, that was.
You're ready for about a half dozen of those.
I don't know. Darius Slay had him. Darius Slay kind of had him in prison last time we put him, but other than
that was a lifetime ago.
It feels like it.
That was a whole other team.
Miss Jim Johnson, man. Miss Jim Johnson, man.
All right, give me some opinions about it.
Like I said, my opinion might change. I feel good. I feel on a scale of 1 to 10 about
I don't know
confidence.
how you could feel good, but
Good being very relative to the situation. I feel like we're at 3 on the confidence scale. So that is good because I should be at a 0. But all I need to hear is AJ give me one good speech and I'm back. I am so back. But I haven't heard it yet. There's also a chance he might not play. There's a chance that Devontae Smith might not play. Or there's a chance that Jalen Hurts.
Playing. I don't give us.
And if
a
Jalen doesn't
fucking
play,
chance in the world.
I'm not turning that shit on. I'll be so mad. I can't do it. But I feel okay. Okay. What about you?
I don't know. What I know this it feels like forever ago that we've played this team, and it was a complete different team that we played them with. But I don't think the Bucs have enough pieces on their roster to actually beat us. As much as I would like to fucking believe that, but
neither do the Giants, neither do the Cardinals.
That's what I was just. I mean, that's what I really think, but I don't know. You would think think we'd get up a little bit after we've been punched in the fucking mouth for the past 6 weeks, but you would think we drag ourselves up and realize that we're playing in a playoff game, but.
You would hope so.
That's the only thing that keeps me a little optimistic. Is like now it's actually the playoffs. Like
if there's a greatest time to wake the fuck up, it's right now. Yeah. So get up and realize what's going on. But I'll tell you what, one thing shot me back down to fucking reality. That happened today. Nick said that he's not changing the play calling at all. So that brought me way back.
So do you think he wants to be like, yeah, man, we're gonna change it a little bit. We probably want to use more of this and that.
I mean, do you honestly believe that he would change them without telling people?
Here's a play we've been working on. If you're listening, Tampa, close your ears.
I don't know.
I mean, he was supposed to say yes.
Chase, you want to say something like, we've evaluated like how the team has done over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I would feel a lot better if he said
something like something that shows it like
we got to look ourselves in the mirror.
Something that shows some self-awearness.
Something
not like, hey, we're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing because shit's going great. Like,
there's no way he's not gonna not do something.
I'll tell you another thing.
We've been saying that for a month and a half.
Another thing that was discouraging. He just said that his game plan for the Giants wasn't good enough. Motherfucker, you've played them. This is the second time you've played them this year, and they blitzed the hell out of you the first game. Don't you think that's coming again?
Well, they're facing a gauntlet, dude. This was the gauntlet. This was the gauntlet.
The gauntlet lasted a lot longer than
we did a lot better in the fucking actual gauntlet than we did in this one.
The second half of the schedule was a gauntlet for sure. More so for us.
Josh Allen, no problem. But God, we go against Kyler Murray and
maybe we play good against good quarterbacks. I don't know. Maybe we buckle our chin straps and we tighten that some bitch a little bit more than usual.
Well, we're screwed this weekend.
The final record.
Baker.
I think Jalen's final record against top teams this year was like 7-2. But
can't be a bad team.
Can't beat a bad team.
Cannot beat a bad team.
The opposite of the Cowboys, huh?
Yeah. Why? If you think about it, if we can't beat a fucking bad team, we're in luck in the playoffs, baby. There ain't nothing but good teams here.
That's my new angle. We can't beat bad teams, but we sure enough can beat good teams. So
book it. Birds are going to the Super Bowl.
We did get the first round matchup we want, though. I don't know about the Bucs.
Yeah, goddamn. Give me San Fran right off rip. Fuck it.
I don't know about that one.
Pull them out of the bye.
I don't know about that.
Make them suit up.
No, I don't. Like we've been talking about, I think we definitely got the favorable matchup that we were kind of hoping for. Chase, me and you got to experience that place. It's not very much of a hostile environment.
Nope. It's a hot environment, I'll tell you that.
It's hotter than fuck down there, but all the fans are old retired people that are down living in Tampa and just had to pick a team they could spend their retirement money on. So they go to
bunch
Bucs
of taint sweat.
So that's
okay.
It's definitely not an environment that I'd be terrified of. But I don't know. Baker Mayfield has looked good for some reason playing for the Bucs
until last week.
Yeah. We're all stumbling in. We're stumbling in, baby. And they're stumbling right with us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who loses balance first.
Yeah. So
won't fall.
I would like to think I'm one of the biggest criticizers of this team, but Chase knows I'm always going to ride with him. Chase kind of called me out last night, kind of pissed me off, but I'll back this team 100% till one day I take my last breath. But gosh damn, they make it hard, and they are speeding up that time.
Yeah.
Every time they play. So.
Yep. Any last words before we wrap this up?
For those who don't know, I used to be a Ravens fan. So when I was in like middle school.
Each want to be on that train.
If we get knocked out, yeah, you can fucking guarantee it. Best believe.
Well, I think everybody is going to be a Ravens fan. That's the Eagles fan.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Lamar, dude. Lamar's cold.
The absolute worst case scenario is the Cowboys and San Francisco in the championship game, and that means one of them is making it.
I prefer San Fran to go.
I'd rather San Fran win 100 Super Bowls in a row than make the Super Bowls.
I couldn't listen to that fan base for entire offseason.
The Cowboys?
If they made the Super Bowl.
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to them. San Fran, I mean, that's a good team. I mean, as much as we hate that fucking team, I can't stand that team. They're a good team. To me, Cowboys are fraudulent. I hate that fucking team. They're a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, Debo Samuel, fuck you too.
No, shout out Debo, fuck you.
Unless you want to come on the pod, though.
Please, I'll call you a bitch on here.
I won't. I'll talk to you.
I will.
I
don't care.
I'll say please and thank you.
I hate to say this. Yeah, I will say this. I'll expose myself. Debo was like my favorite player coming out of college. It was
crazy. CeeDee Lamb was probably one of mine.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, that guy cannot come on here. That guy does not come on here. Not a chance in this world. Even though
him and Jalen are pretty good friends.
I don't give a shit. Fuck him.
Would you say that if he was gonna test free agency one time? He was
come on over, baby.
Come
on, we'll take you. I'll take. I mean, you give me any except for I don't know. Is there anybody that you would say no to? Like you'd be like, nah, I won't take
Cowboys?
You. Yeah.
Dak.
Yeah.
Dak.
If we needed a quarterback,
I wouldn't say Trevon Diggs. He came from Bama, so.
If we needed a quarterback, I would take.
If we need a quarterback,
I still wouldn't. No, I still wouldn't.
No.
If it was like Dak or like Mariota,
I'm taking Mariota. Don't care.
I can't do it.
If Dak hits,
I can't stand to listen to. Yeah, here we go for 17 games.
Yeah,
fucking straight.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, I can't listen to that.
Honestly, I could take a Cowboys player after what happened with DeMarco Murray. Could not. After the DeMarco Murray,
you wouldn't take Micah Parsons.
Come on
He's
over,
gonna retire an Eagle.
Dude, he low-key wants to be an Eagle.
He wants to be an Eagle.
Every day of his life, he wants to be an Eagle.
Actually, I don't know how he feels about the last month or so, though. So he might not want to be an Eagle anymore.
They can come back and.
I don't know. He could be
game.
thinking. I was about to say he could be thinking, "Fuck, dude, you can imagine what I would do on that team? Let me go over there."
I can't imagine. Yeah, we drop him into coverage every play.
I don't know. I think one person, DeMarcus Lawrence, could never touch my fucking team.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Who else? Deron Bland, probably. Nah. I think he's kind of just a pick merchant. Like if he doesn't get a pick, he doesn't look the greatest.
So he's Asante Samuel.
But we love Asante.
Yeah, we do love Asante.
Yeah,
he's the definition of a pick merchant.
But when he got a pick, man, let me tell you,
it was fun.
It was, all right. Well,
is there any? Hold on. This brings up a good topic to kind of stray away and bring peace to this fucking podcast. Is there any player like in the league from any team that you would just absolutely? Okay, we'll do one that you would absolutely kill for, the other that you would not fucking touch for nothing.
That's be a good player, right? That's like
yeah.
A player that I would take
that you could steal from a roster right now.
Like if you could take anybody for the Eagles right
anybody.
now.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Think of the Eagles' needs and what's going on, and we'll go by that position.
Give me Fred Warner.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Fred?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Fred or Roquan.
Yeah, give me Fred. I would, in all honesty, I'd probably take. I want to get like a third wide receiver, but like I don't want to be like, yeah, I'll take that.
For what? For them to run bubble screens?
Give me Tyreek, and we'll run bubble screens all day long.
That's a good
the,
answer.
the player I wouldn't touch, that's like hyped up, any quarterback, because I still believe in Jalen Hurts.
Okay, take away quarterback. We'll do
Yeah, besides quarterback.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Because we're
touch.
solidified as a quarterback. No matter the biggest need on the Eagles team, you're not touching that fucking player.
Yeah.
I got mine.
Those yours.
Nick Bosa. I'm not touching that fucking prick, dude.
Oh yeah.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
I'm not taking Joey.
Oh, you're not taking Joey?
Nah. Fuck Joey.
Would we agree that Nick's probably the better
Yeah.
brother other than him?
Yeah.
No question.
Joey's ass.
Do you think so? Because I don't
He's
really
hurt a
think
lot.
Joey's bad. I just think he
I wish I was at that game, dude. I wish I was at that game. We were lighting up just regular Joe Schmoes. Imagine we see him, and we're all fucking where we were. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
he might have fought my ass.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
I
probably
wouldn't
would let
stop.
him hear it.
I
You see what I was
definitely-
doing to the McCaffrey down there?
Yeah,
would do that to an NFL player. Yeah, I would get a fucking cross check from hell, dude.
I do. We need to go to like the Cowboys game next year in Philly and just go to the.
Oh, that
same
brings up
place.
another. Oh well, I didn't give you the player that I would take.
Who would you
The
take?
player that I would take is Myles Garrett. There's
That
no
would be fun.
Myles Garrett. That dude is.
Honestly, it would be
I don't think.
pretty cool.
I know why.
I don't think there's another
Yeah.
player that's. I think Aaron Donald's kind of dominance for a couple years kind of overshadowed just how fucking good Myles Garrett has been in this league, and how terrifying that guy is.
He's big and long, man.
Dude, get off his dick, bro. Get his dick out your head.
I was talking about him as a player, dude.
No.
He's big and long, man. He bends the edge. He can reach. That's a great combination.
Yeah,
Thick too.
He's got a
Um,
counterbalance.
Yeah, man.
Terrifying player, dude.
Some of us can wear gray sweatpants. Some of us can't. Congrats to him. All right, let's wrap this up because this is going nowhere.
No, hold on. Wait, I had another topic.
Okay,
Oh wait,
go
I
for
got
it.
one. I got something too.
All right. Okay, fucking hit me with it. Come on.
Go ahead, Josh.
Take it over.
I brought this up earlier, but is Jalen Hurts like secretly an asshole?
I don't think so.
Why doesn't anyone stand up for him?
Yeah,
I think
because that right there should have been the play that somebody threw a punch
Yeah.
at that motherfucker,
And
dude.
the team was just like,
Standing there looking at
Oh.
him. No.
yeah, what's up? That's your quarterback. That's your leader. That's your
Let me-
guy.
Let me tell you something.
You're not going to move a muscle?
Jason Peters
Jason
wouldn't
Peters
let that
wouldn't
happen. No,
Nope.
at all.
I miss
Jason
him.
Peters. Yeah, Jason Peters.
So what's going on? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
Jalen Hurts? I mean, I don't think he really is an asshole, but like, that's like the
Nobody
season in a
defends
nutshell.
this
Like,
guy. Yeah.
What if he's just like Carson Wentz, dude? Nobody likes him.
is that the case though? Like,
Bring back Zach Ertz. At least have somebody.
Zach Ertz ain't fucking defending nobody.
Zach Ertz don't have a team. I thought he'd sign.
yeah, right.
Well, he waited for the playoffs. He's like, well, let me continue to weigh my options here.
I don't think you can sign anybody though in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's too late.
Yeah, well,
I
He
will
was gonna
say,
sign, wasn't? Then he saw what we were doing. He was like, you know, I'll sit it out.
I think AJ likes Jalen because Jalen. I don't know if you saw the picture when AJ was down. Jalen was right beside him, like holding his hand. I was like,
That's good.
well, they're like childhood best friends.
Yeah,
you couldn't tell this year. You feel like they hate each other.
yeah. I kind of
'Cause-
got that vibe too. I felt like nobody like got along.
They are sleepy. They don't know what's going on over there. Bring back Chip Kelly and his sleep studies, man. Something's
Bring
got to
back the
give.
smoothies or I
Yeah,
don't
bring
know.
back the smoothie bar. Bring back everything. And get your steps in. All that.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say before I guess Bryce brings up his topic is I don't know if you guys saw the Javon Hargrave thing, where he
Yeah.
said that the San Francisco's
that needs to be a big part of it.
yeah their practices are much more intense and like harder than the Eagles are. I do think that's going to have to be at the top of conversation this offseason. I do feel like conditioning is a part of it, and we might have to push a little bit more. But all right, Bryce, bring up your topic, and then we'll sign off here because we got to watch it for the commercial.
I was just so our 2024 opponents came out. I kind of wanted to get your guys' insights on what might be some good games to go check out next year.
Yeah,
and give the viewers some pointers. Maybe we can set up a fucking meet and greet.
maybe. Real quick, I'm only going to go to one game next year.
Okay,
Saving up for a wedding. They'll do that too. They'll do that too. Now,
so is it a home game or away game?
It has to be a home game. I can't.
Damn it!
Why?
Dude, there's some good away games.
The only away
Some
game
good places that I want to see.
Or like what? Baltimore?
Baltimore's one. I really want to
That's
check
easy
out
for
that
me.
stadium.
Oh
New
yeah,
Orleans.
it'd be good for Josh. Josh lives fucking 20 minutes away from that shit.
Yeah. New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'd like
That'd
that
be
one.
really fun.
One place I will not be fucking going. Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Not fucking happening. I hate that place. Don't care to ever go back.
I gotta go there with Kalen.
What else? But I don't know. I just kind of want to get your guys' insights on that. What you think?
I think if you haven't been, you should go to Dallas. Dallas is a very nice stadium. It's probably one of the nicest I've been to. They do everything. They do everything big down there. It's not a joke at all. It's serious. It's nice. Then we play at Tampa again next year.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there, make sure we check out Clearwater. Clearwater is the place to be.
Or some fucking shorts.
Yeah, pray to God that's a night game and it's not in early September.
Yeah,
because you will be hot. I don't know why I don't play in a dome. I do not know why. They have to put something in there. We play the Baltimore place would be cool. Like going to Baltimore would be cool. I can't not go to Philadelphia. If I have one game, I can't not go.
Okay, that's fair. So the home opponents, you obviously got NFC East.
Okay, hold on. We're going to watch them play the Panthers. We gotta go.
That's what I was gonna say.
Damn win.
That's what I was gonna say. So the clear one looks like the Panthers, but I don't know if I'm gonna spend some money to go to a game. I'd like to see some players that I'd like to see play. So
Adam Thielen,
I was kind of
Bryce Young.
Could give a fuck less
Brian Burns?
about any of them guys.
Miles
Brian Burns would
Sanders
be cool.
back.
Fuck him.
He's
I've
not
already
that
seen
team.
him.
Chuba Hubbard. Woo!
Don't give a shit. I was kind of leaning more towards the Jacksonville one.
Doug.
See
Doug,
Dougie P, Trevor Lawrence. Maybe Calvin Ridley.
Maybe.
I'd assume he'd be back there.
But I mean, think about the Panthers.
Whatever, dude.
I can't wait for them to play the NFC South again, and the Falcons and the Panthers are the away game for the Eagles. Those I'll live for those seasons. That's 2 games I'm going to, and I don't have to spend any money.
Yeah,
I'll go there.
Well, everywhere I go, I have to spend some money. So. Yeah. Besides Cincinnati and Indianapolis, probably are the closest ones. Yeah,
but I can't wait for them to build a new stadium. That'd be fun.
Or Nashville's.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to try to get on that job.
Yep, that'd be fun. But yeah, I think I want to go see them play Dallas again. But
I think I got to go to Dallas at least one time. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to eventually visit a majority of them. But
yeah. All right.
Feel like we've been rambling.
Yep. Breaking news. Not actually breaking news, but if and when the Eagles do lose, I plan on taking at least a week and a half off. And once the offseason rolls around, we'll probably end up going to 1 episode a week, just because there's only going to be so much we can talk about. Once free agency starts, if anything special happens, we'll do emergency pods. It might just be me, might be all 3 of us, might be 2 of us. But look, we'll do one a week for sure. We put on in the draft special thing, like me and Bryce did last year on a different pod. Sit here and watch the draft. We'll be more prepared than we were last time. Let's see. Anything else? Nope. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. Because like I said, once season stops, the news stops as well. But I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about, plenty to speculate. You know, who stays, who goes, who's coming here. It'll be fun, and then we could do like a prospect spotlight or something like that. But yeah, like I said, thank you to Bet Online, TickPick, and Rogue Energy. All the links will be in the description. Thank you all for listening and sticking with us through this tough stretch of Eagles football. Honestly, if it wasn't for you guys listening, I don't think I'd have the strength to come on here and talk about the Eagles because they make me sad. I've been sad for a while now, and yeah, not good, not good at all. But next episode, we're going to probably do our playoff prediction show where we're going to make our bracket, see who's has most right, and we'll talk more Eagles Bucs. But until then, follow us on social medias at the Linc Lineup. Been more active. We're doing good. Yes, sir. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you listen to your podcast on, give us a review, and then subscribe to us, like us, whatever you got to do on that specific platform. And if you're watching on YouTube, hey, how you doing? Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for liking the video because we've hit our like goal the past like 3 videos. So thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We back on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one of those days. And until then, as always, sadly, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.